Deputy Prime Minister warns opposition not to involve Thaksin in debate. Deputy Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayachai has urged the opposition to engage in a constructive debate and refrain from involving former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who holds no position in the cabinet. The no-confidence motion targets Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, raising speculation that the opposition may criticize Thaksin, the Prime Minister's father, who remains politically active. Ms. Thaksin faces accusations of lacking leadership skills, knowledge, and capability to govern effectively. Mr. Phumtham emphasized that the debate should serve public interest and be based on facts rather than rhetoric that could lead to misunderstandings. When asked about the government's preparedness, he stated that the Prime Minister and her cabinet were ready to face scrutiny. However, he cautioned the opposition to be mindful of criticizing other individuals as it could have legal consequences. Thaksin is not the Prime Minister, and the opposition has no authority to examine him. They can question the Prime Minister and cabinet ministers as permitted by law, he said. He warned that the debate should not be used as a political tool to undermine the government, gain a political advantage, or influence voters ahead of the next election. He dismissed claims by the opposition that the censure debate could lead to a House dissolution, stating it was too early to discuss such a scenario. Meanwhile, Nathapong Panuit, leader of the opposition and the People's Party, PP, stated that while the debate targets the Prime Minister, it would inevitably touch on issues related to many ministries, coalition parties, and Thaksin. On the other hand, Thai Sang Thai Party, TST, leader Kunying Sudarat Kaurafan expressed concern over reports that the censure debate would be limited to one day. She suggested that this move indicated the government's fear of scrutiny. She called for a transparent and thorough debate, emphasizing that the discussion should focus on three key issues: poor governance, corruption, and policies that could cause long-term damage to the country. Ms. Thaksin must address these concerns, and the outcome of the no-confidence vote will also reflect public faith in her leadership, she stated. Government warns foreigners over illegal condo rentals. The Thai government has issued a warning to foreigners who purchase condominium units and rent them out as hotels, stating that they are violating Thai law, according to Deputy Government Spokesman Anukul Proexanusak. The warning comes after authorities discovered many cases of Chinese nationals renting out their condominium units to tourists via Airbnb. The move follows complaints from residents in several condominiums, particularly in the Sukhumvit area, regarding constant disturbances, including loud noise, cannabis smoking, and property damage caused by short-term tenants and visitors. Residents shared their complaints online, reporting that these tourists rented rooms via online platforms, with units owned by Chinese nationals. Additionally, keycards to access the building and rooms were left in lockboxes with digital codes, compromising security for other residents. Some condominiums attempted to address the problem by banning lockboxes on their property. However, Chinese investors circumvented this restriction by placing lockboxes in public spaces, such as trees, lamp posts, or food stalls near the property. Mr. Anukul explained that foreign investors renting out condos for daily stays through platforms like Airbnb without a legal permit are in violation of the 2004 Hotel Act. Violators face a fine of up to 20,000 baht, with an additional fine of 10,000 baht per day until the illegal rentals stop. Furthermore, most condominiums explicitly prohibit daily rentals in their regulations. The Ministry of Interior has directed the Department of Provincial Administration to closely monitor these activities and conduct inspections at suspicious condominiums. All violators, whether Thai or foreign, will face legal action, Mr. Anukul stated. Meanwhile, Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, BMA, spokesman Ikvarunyu Amrapala confirmed reports of Chinese investors purchasing condos in key tourist areas and renting them daily, disrupting other residents. The BMA has inspected condominiums in Sadhan, Charoen Rat, Chan, and Sukhumvit 42, finding lockboxes used for illegal rentals and requesting local authorities to investigate further. Mr. Ikvarunyu urged condominium juristic offices to strictly enforce rental regulations and report any suspicious activity. He also called for increased public awareness about rental laws and the negative impact of illegal short-term rentals, urging people to report any violations. Online rental platforms like Airbnb must also be regulated, he emphasized. Calls to limit double-decker buses after deadly crash. A Senate subcommittee on infrastructure and vehicles is calling for measures to prevent road accidents caused by double-decker buses after a tragic accident in Prackenbury that killed 19 people and injured 30 others. Subcommittee Chairman Surakailianbunlarkai revealed that the bus design was identified as the primary cause of the accident. Experts agree that double-decker buses are unsuitable for interprovincial travel, especially on steep roads. Their height exceeds the 4-meter safety standard, making them unstable due to a high center of gravity. Due to safety concerns, the Department of Land Transport stopped issuing new registrations for double-decker buses in 2016. However, at least 7,000 previously registered buses are still operating today. Mr. Surakai called for stricter safety regulations, stating that Thailand records 10,000 road deaths annually, despite a decade-long road safety policy. Thammasat University engineering lecturer Nadakorn Fiksuksakal noted that double-decker buses are 7 times more likely to be involved in accidents than regular buses, with a 10-fold higher fatality risk. While banning double-decker buses immediately would be difficult, he suggested strict speed limits and designated zones for their operation. Gripen fighter jet lands on highway in emergency drill. A section of Road 4287 in Hat Yai, Songkhla Province, was transformed into a landing pad for a Royal Thai Air Force, RTAF, Gripen fighter jet, marking its first ever use in an emergency drill. The RTAF simulated an attack on its airbase, forcing the aircraft to land on a road base. During the 1-hour exercise, the twin-engine fighter successfully landed, refueled, and rearmed with missiles before taking off again. Road 4287 was one of 7 roads chosen for the operation, making it the first road in Thailand ever used as a fighter jet base. Gripen fighter jets serve as Thailand's main combat aircraft, with their primary base at Wing 7 in Surat Thani Province.